Good morning, students. Today we are going to start in zoology first chapter. Name of the chapter is reproduction in organisms. In botany also we have discussed about the reproduction. So zoology also the same process we will be discussing, which is called the reproduction. Now, introduction. Before going to the main part, we have to give the introduction, and we know that reproduction is the important feature in all living organisms that we have studied in 11th standard. Again I am giving reminder. So there are the different stages are there in the life cycle of an organism. What are the stages that you have to 2 marks question you have to study? Now, growth, first one, birth, growth, development, maturation, reproduction and death. These are the different stages in the life of an organism, which is together it is called life cycle. Reproduction is a fundamental feature in all living organisms. It is a biological process by which organisms produce their young ones. The young ones grow, mature and repeat the process. That is the life cycle completes. Thus, the reproduction results in continuation of the species. That is the main aim of reproduction for maintaining the species on this earth. And second important feature of reproduction is introduces variation in organisms, which are essential for adaptation and evolution of their own kind. So, what are the 2 importance of reproduction? First importance is to produce their own species and to continue the own species on this earth, and second one introduces variation in organisms, which is very much important for adaptation and evolution of their own kind. This is the introduction and what are the stages and what are the importance of reproduction. Now, next part we are moving, that is called mode of reproduction. There are different modes in botany also we have discussed. Mainly it is classified into 2, asexual and sexual. Here also we will be discussing that one. So, all modes of reproduction, basic features are there. Whether it is asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction, the basic features are there. What are the basic features of reproduction? The first one, synthesis of RNA and proteins. First one. Second feature is replication of DNA. Third feature is cell division. And next, growth, cell division and growth, formation of reproductive units. That is the 5th one, and 6th one, fertilization. And due to fertilization, the new individuals develop. So, what are the basic features of any reproduction? Whether it is asexual or sexual, all these stages are there. Synthesis of RNA and protein, replication of DNA. Number 3 is cell division and growth. 4th one is called formation of reproductive units, and 5th one is called the fertilization, which leads to the formation of new individuals. I told the reproduction in organism is broadly classified into 2 types. They are called asexual and sexual. Already we know, again we are introducing here. Reproduction by single parent without the involvement of gamete formation is called asexual reproduction, and the offspring produced are genetically identical, they are called the clones. Already in botany discussed. Asexual reproduction takes place by either mitotic or amitotic division of the body cells or somatic cells. Hence, it is also known as somatogenic or blastogenic reproduction. So, which type of reproduction is called somatogenic or blastogenic? Asexual reproduction. Why? Then the somatic cells divide mitotically to produce the young ones. That's right. At sexual reproduction, when 2 parents participate in the reproductive process involving 2 types of gametes, is called sexual reproduction. So, differences and definition, if you study, you can write the differences also. Now, next part we are going to discuss about the one by one we will be discussing asexual reproduction. Just now we have told asexual reproduction is involving only one parent, and repeated mitotic division takes place, and the young ones are produced, that means which are genetically identical, that means clones are produced. Asexual reproduction is widespread among different organisms. It is common in protista, bacteria, archaea, and the multicellular organisms which are having the simple organization in their body, simple body organization. Multicellular, mostly unicellular organisms will be having, but multicellular organisms whose body is having the simple organization, they will be showing the asexual reproduction. The offsprings show uniparental inheritance. What do you mean by uniparental inheritance? No, only one parent. Uni means one. One parent is involved to transfer the genetic material, inheritance, without any genetic variation. The different modes of asexual reproduction seen in animals are: first one, fission, sporulation, budding, gamule formation, fragmentation, and regeneration. I will show you in the concept map in the last part, the end of this topic. This is very much important. Asexual reproduction. It has been given fission, budding, fragmentation, regeneration. Gamule formation is not given, I have added. And after that will be subdivisions are also there. Fission, binary fission, multiple fission, sporulation, strobulation. Budding, exogenous budding, endogenous budding. Fragmentation only one type. Regeneration two types, reparative and restorative. So these are very much important. If you keep in your memory that if the question comes for 5 marks question, write a note on asexual reproduction. After writing these things, you can explain with one example. That will be enough. With and diagram also wherever is necessary. So first we are going to discuss now the asexual reproduction. First thing I told, that is called fission. Fission is nothing but the division of parental body into two or more identical individuals. 4 types of fission in the concept map also I have shown that one: binary fission, multiple fission, sporulation, strobulation. Now one by one we have to discuss. Binary fission, the parent organisms divide into 2 halves, we know that one, and each half forms a daughter individual. The nucleus first divides amitotically or mitotically, followed by the division of cytoplasm. That means karyokinesis followed by cytokinesis. The resultant offsprings are genetically identical to the parent. Now depending on, that is about the fission, depending on the plane of division, which plane the cell is dividing, accordingly binary fission is of the following types. What are the following types? First one is called simple irregular binary fission. Second type is called transverse binary fission. Third one is called longitudinal binary fission, and fourth one is called oblique binary fission. Now one by one, simple binary fission can be seen in amoeba, as its body is not having definite shape. These are irregular shaped organisms where the plane of division is very hard to observe, very difficult to say which plane the cell is dividing. So that type of division, binary fission, is called the simple binary fission. In case of amoeba, we can see this type of binary fission, which is called the simple binary fission or simple irregular binary fission. What is happening in there? First, the contractile vacuole ceases to function, stops and disappear. The nucleoli disintegrate and the nucleus divides mitotically. The cell then constricts in the middle, so the cytoplasm divides and forms the 2 daughter cells. That is simple, very simple process. Second type, it is called transverse binary fission. The plane of division runs along the transverse axis. What do you mean by transverse axis? No, right angle to that of the longitudinal axis of the animal's body. Transverse division takes place. Example is paramecium. Here it has been shown the diagram. This is paramecium. This is transconstriction has taken place at the central region, so that it is dividing. This is the longitudinal axis. This is the body is dividing transversely. So this type of division is called the transverse binary fission, and two individuals are produced due to this type of division. That's why it is called transverse binary fission. Transverse binary fission runs along the transverse axis of the individual. Paramecium and planaria. In paramecium, the macronucleus divides amitotically and micronucleus divides mitotically. This is the minor differences there. Third type, it is called longitudinal binary fission. Longitudinal means along the longitudinal axis of the animal's body, the cell divides. The nucleus and the cytoplasm divides longitudinal axis of the organisms. I will show the diagram also. In flagellates, the flagellum is retained usually in one daughter cell. Example has been given, Euglena. Euglena. Here only Euglena is having only one flagellum. So if the cell is dividing longitudinally, only one cell is getting one nucleus. But the basal cells, where from the flagellum develops, that will be dividing, and one cell will be getting the basal cell, and from this basal cell the flagellum develops again. So both the cells will be getting the flagellum. So in flagellates, the flagellum is retained usually by one daughter cell. The basal cell is divided into two, and the new basal cell granules form a flagellum in the other daughter individual. Example, Botticella and Euglena. Third one is called oblique binary fission. Oblique binary fission, the plane of division is oblique. It is seen in dinoflagellates. Example, Ceratium. Till here the binary fission we have completed. Okay, thank you children.